Hey Crush, here's your video for the week. I'm not gonna have one next week. Thanks to my lovely trainers. I am gonna go on vacation next week. I'll be in St. Louis with the family for a few days, in Kansas City for a day before I come back. So next weekend there'll be no video. I know, bummer, you'll live. If you want to put something on a board, something to talk about, please do so on the little whiteboard in the back, which takes us to today's topic is what should you do with your hands? Do your hands rip a lot, or how do you take care of your hands? To be honest, I'm not a great don't do as I do. I don't really take care of mine at all. Mine just, I have the calluses here from years of doing this. I know for me, when it comes to tearing, I'm likely to start to tear when I get to be like 85, 90, or 100 pull-ups. They have toes to bar, any kind of combination of that. If I'm on the rig for that many reps, I might tear, so I have grips for that. Otherwise, I very rarely use my grips. If there's only like set to 10 for pull-ups, and I'm only doing 50 in a day, or even 75 in a day, I just won't wear them. I try to build up the pad, if you will. I build up that strength, right? You know, grips is just kind of a way to make it easier. You know, I'd rather, again, like I don't really use a weight belt very often. I try not to use knee sleeves and lifting shoes very often, that kind of stuff, because I don't do that when I go out in the world and I do something that requires me to squat down. I don't go put on some lifting shoes and some knee sleeves. When it helps somebody move, I'm not going to strap it on a belt. I don't do that kind of stuff, so I don't do that in here as much as I can. And I want my hands to be tough, so I don't really use them on the rig that much. So going back to how do you take care of your hands? There are various things you can do. You can take like a razor and shave your calluses down a little bit. There's like a pumice stone, you can use those. There's even little tools out there, of course, if you wanted to search. You know, there's lots of stuff that came about, probably more popular because of CrossFit. I'm sure this stuff's been around for gymnastics for years, but CrossFit has really spawned a lot of businesses. Some of the stuff is like a little pole. You can kind of rub it on your hand and kind of try to shave those down and keep them a little more smooth. That's how you take care of them. A couple good ways to not rip. One, too much chalk will essentially glue your skin to the rig. That's why it feels grippier, right? Because it's kind of gluing your skin on. If you put a lot on there, it's going to basically glue your skin to the rig, and something has to give. It's going to be your skin. You're going to rip. If you do a lot of bar work, sometimes I might get tears here on my thumb, right on the top here part of my thumb. Maybe if I do like a lot of snatching, because the hook grip and it kind of rubs in there. There's thumb tape for that to kind of keep that from tearing. Sometimes actually I tear from muscle ups on my wrist right here from false gripping. If I did more muscle ups, I'm sure that wouldn't happen, but I don't do a lot of muscle ups. I'm not really good at them, but I don't do a lot of them. So if I do like 20 muscle ups, I'm probably gonna tear right here, which really sucks. Most people probably have never torn there. But taking care of them, shave them, keep them smooth, that kind of stuff. I would, there's a couple byproducts of CrossFit. One is people are always worried about somebody shaking your hand, or you might be worried about somebody else shaking your hand because maybe it feels gross. I don't know. After 10 years of doing this, I don't care anymore. It's just the way it is. You can see, and if you can see my hands, they're not the greatest. Always have those 3 calluses there. Same thing on this hand, those 3 calluses. Those are just there forever and ever and ever. If I go a week, like let's say I go on vacation and we go somewhere where I'm in the pool a lot or in the ocean a lot, they're gonna go away pretty quick. They go away pretty fast if I do that. Just in the moisture, more humid air, they go away pretty quick. Otherwise, I just live with them. That's how I take care of mine, is I just live with them. If they get really bad, maybe I pick them. If you tear, what you should do if you tear is you should not take the skin off, leave the skin on there, fold it back over wherever you tore, and then Band-Aid it up. Put some Neosporin on there, something like that. Nice and coated on there, painted on there. Some people maybe will even do that and they'll put like a sock or a glove on their hand while they sleep at night. That's a good way for it to heal. Don't take the skin off, let it stay on there. It's nature's Band-Aid. But again, there's not much to take. Either just shave them or smooth them out. You can do that kind of stuff. I encourage you to not use the grips as much unless you're hitting like a very, very high volume. And even then, let's say if you're trying to train your grips so you don't need them, what I might do, let's say we're doing 100 pull-ups. I might wear them for the first 50 and then I take them off. And then I'm gonna cruise to the next 50. And that's just allows me to keep making this tougher and tougher and tougher, stronger and stronger and stronger. I was actually listening to a podcast the other day where the guy talked about he went shoeless for an entire year and the benefits he went through. He didn't wear shoes at all for a year. He talked about going through the airport, got funny looks, not wearing a shoe. I could understand that. He talked about not being able to eat at restaurants because he wasn't wearing shoes. I can understand that. I also think people that bring their dogs into grocery stores should not be able to bring their dogs into grocery stores. Anyway, side rant. But he said that after a year, his toes spaced out. They weren't scrunched together because most of our shoes are scrunching our feet together. The arches on his feet got higher, and he just got stronger. He actually got his results in the gym went up when he wasn't really trying to do that. He was trying to go without shoes for a year. Same thing with the grips. If you always are wearing grips, it's just never gonna get tougher. I used to have cousins from Iowa that would walk around shoeless a lot more often than I would, and they'd run up and down the gravel roads, and they wouldn't hardly hurt them. I'm walking across the gravel roads like it's hot lava coals or hot coals, or whatever you want to call it, because it hurt my feet so much. Their feet were tougher. They were able to run up and down gravel driveways and stuff like that like there was nothing. I distinctly remember that. Same thing with this. Try straight from the grips. I understand if you might need them. Tearing sucks. Tearing is like one of the worst things. It hurts to wash your hair. But again, I just talked for 6 minutes on what it could have been. Shave them a little bit, smooth them out a little bit. That's really all the caring you can do for your lovely hands. All right, diving into the workouts for the week. On Monday, we're gonna repeat a workout we did last year with some running and some front squats. We should be able to find that in Zen Planner. Tuesday, we're gonna lunges. We're gonna do lots of lunges on Tuesdays for the next few weeks. We're gonna do rear foot elevated lunges. This time we're gonna go every 3 minutes. Last week we did every 2 minutes for the lunges. This time we're gonna do every 3 minutes. That gives us more time. It just takes longer to get your foot up on the bench and get situated and go. It gives you more time if we have to share bars. And then we're gonna do more lunges in the Metcon. We're gonna have a buy-in of some kind of pulling, depending if you're doing competition, performance, or fitness. Bar pulling, pull-ups, think pull-ups, muscle-ups, stuff like that. And then lunges and floor press. On Wednesday, we are gonna do all weightlifting stuff. We're gonna do a strength to find every minute of the minute for 15 minutes. Strength of a 3-position clean is a high hang, a hang, and a low hang. The difference being a high hang is just basically the bar sits in your hip crease before you drop underneath it. It's gotta be fast in the pull and the shrug. And then the hang is right around the knees, and the low hang is the weight's not touching the floor, but it's somewhere below your knees. Coach will go over that. And then 15 minutes for strength, also finding a heavy strict press, push jerk. On all the strength on Wednesday, because we got all the cardio on Thursday. Cardio is gonna be 5 rounds, rowing, sit-ups, push-ups, bike, air squats, and Supermans. It's gonna be a long one. And then on Friday, we have a buy-in of some running, a cash out of some running, and in the middle is all like bar stuff. Some squats, some snatches, some overhead squats, some front squats, some pull-ups, and some toes to bar. All the same kind of barbell. I think that'll be a fun one on Friday. I wish I could do that one, but I'm gonna be in St. Louis. You guys have a good week. I'll talk to you later, Crush.